Alright, so one of the things we talked about in the previous video on integration by parts is how do we choose the parts? So let's recall that integration by parts looks as follows. If we have an integral where we have a product of a function and dv, the derivative of another function, this is equal to u times v minus the integral of v times du. And our goal is to identify what we have in the left hand side of this expression, right? We want to figure out what is u that we can pick out, what is dv that we can pick out. And if we have both of those parts, we can obtain du, which we'll need to set up the right side of the equation by taking the derivative of u, and we can obtain v on the right side of the equation by taking the antiderivative of dv. So that's where we are, and we need to figure out, well, how do we choose what u will be from the integral that we're presented with? And we have an acronym. I don't really like using acronyms very often, but this one I find quite useful, and I'm going to try to give you the rationale behind it. So this acronym is going to be on how to choose the u from the original integral. And the acronym is L-I-A-T-E, light, whatever you want to call it, L-I-A-T-E. And the way to use it is, well, let me tell you what each thing stands for, and then we'll think about how to use it, and we'll do an example. So L stands for logarithmic functions, like the natural log of x, or log base 3 of x, or whatever that may be, right? A logarithmic function. In this acronym, if you see a logarithmic function in your integral, that would be your first choice for u. That's your choice for u. So if you have a log function, that is your assignment for u. So the order of choice is going to go down this acronym. The order of choice only for u. After you choose u, whatever else is left in the integrand will be dv. So the I stands for inverse functions. So by this we mean, some of those inverse trigonometric functions, if you have tangent inverse of x or sine inverse of x, for example. So if there is no logarithmic function in your integrand, but there is an inverse function, then that will be your first choice for u, right? So we do first find out if there's a log function. If there is, that's your first choice for u. Second, if not a log, is there an inverse function? If there is, that is your assignment for u. Third is the A, which stands for algebraic functions. So these are like power functions. For example, x squared, x cubed, x to the negative 3. Those are algebraic functions. That is our third choice for u. So if there are no log functions, no inverse functions, but you have an algebraic function, that will be your choice for u. Our fourth choice is trigonometric functions, like sine x, cosine x, tangent x, secant x, all of those. That would be our fourth choice for u if you don't have any of the above 1, 2, and 3 functions. And then the last choice for u are the exponential functions, like e to the x, 2 to the x, 5 to the x. Exponential functions, that would be our number 5 choice. If there are none of the above types of functions in the integral, then you choose the exponential function as your u. The reason for this is that when we have u, we are differentiating u to get du. So we can differentiate a log function, but if we put the logarithmic function into our dv, we don't have an integral that we know yet. There is one, but we don't know how to integrate the logarithmic function. We know how to differentiate it, we don't know how to integrate it. So this order is with that in mind, is how can we the assignment for you is that we want to be able to choose u's that we can differentiate easily, that we may be unable to integrate. So that is why this acronym works. Let's try an example. Oops, using the wrong, here we go. All right, so our first example will be, let's look at the integral indefinite integral of x cubed times the natural log of x dx. So the first thing that we need to do is choose u. I am going to write integration by parts here so that we have it in front of us, that the integral of u dv is uv minus the integral of v du. That is our integration by parts technique. And we are going to choose u. So let's go down our list. The first question to ask yourself is, do we have a logarithmic function? And the answer here is yes, we do. So that's our choice for u. So u will be the natural log of x. Whatever else is in the integrand will be our choice for dv. Right? Remember that those are the two things on the left side that we have in our integral. So dv is going to be all of x cubed dx. Right? So the way that I make use of LIATE is I noticed that we had a logarithmic function in our integrand, so that has to be our choice for u, because it can't be the dv because we can't integrate it. Well, we can, but we just don't know how to yet. Okay, now we have to find the missing part. So we need to find du and we need to find v. And so recall that to find du, we differentiate, and to find v from dv, we antidifferentiate. So du will be the derivative of the natural log of x, and that's 1 over x dx, right? This is the differential, so we have 1 over x dx. Here we differentiate. And then from dv to v, we have to find the antiderivative. And the antiderivative of x cubed dx will be x to the 4 over 4, using our power rule for antidifferentiation. And now we're ready to set up our integration by parts. So we have on the left our integral of x cubed natural log of x dx. And on the right side, well, let's look. We're going to need the product of u times v. So we're going to set that up. Our product of u times v will be x cubed times the natural log of x. uv or vu, order doesn't matter because multiplication is commutative. Oh, sorry. v is x to the 4 over 4. Sorry about that. I misread. So uv is the product of u, and v is down here. I apologize for that. Okay, minus the integral of v du. So here's our v, x to the 4 over 4. And here's our du, 1 over x dx. And there's our setup. This is a good time to ask yourselves, is the integral on the right side something that I can integrate? Is it less complex than the one on the left? And the answer is yes, because we can simplify this and we'll just need to apply the power rule of antidifferentiation. So let's work on that right side. We have x to the 4 over 4. There's our uv times the natural log of x minus, I'm going to pull out the constant of 1/4. That 4 in the denominator is 1/4. Integral of, well, x cubed divided by x. We can cancel out one of the x's and we'll have x to the 4th divided by x is x to the 3rd dx. And now we have x to the 4 over 4 times the natural log of x, and we can integrate x to the 3rd. In fact, we've already done that. Going from dv to v, that's x to the 4 over 4. And because this is an indefinite integral, this is going to be a plus c. And then finally, let's just multiply that 1/4 times itself. So we have x to the 4 over 4 times the natural log of x minus x to the 4 over 16 plus c. And that is our first integration by parts example using our acronym LIATE to figure out how to choose u.